Hello, I hope that everyone had a very happy Mother's Day weekend. I didn't post anything on Mother's Day, and this is why. So I'm just gonna be honest, I was not in a positive place. Like, I try so hard to stay positive, but sometimes it takes me a little longer to get back there. I'm a stepmom, okay? When I took on this role or stepped into this job, which is what I've thought of it as, no one told me how I was supposed to be or what my duties were or, what was right and wrong. I just kind of naturally fell into this mindset of loving this child and feeling like he's my own. And that motherly love just kicked in, almost like a primal instinct. And I just kept on doing everything that I thought I needed to do. Where I made the mistake, first off, being a step parent isn't a job or a role that anyone should just play. And it isn't a position that we should have to try to fit into. I think where I set myself up to be overwhelmed is thinking that I had to overcompensate to be accepted as a mother figure. I felt like I had to do all the things that weren't being done, or I had to carry the guilt of having him here with us and him not being with his biological mother in another country. Like I had to make up with my love for all the bad, all the negative, and anything that was happening that I thought wasn't right for him, for things that I had no control over. And every time I felt like my love wasn't enough, I got hurt. I got upset. I felt rejected, and I felt like I wasn't enough.
As I was editing, I realized that a lot of us parents do this. We see our kids hurting and we feel like we should love them as much as we can in hopes that it'll make up for any of the pain. And when it doesn't, we feel like we haven't done enough. But that's just not true, because that's not how healing works. I wish that our love was magical, but that's just not always the case.
But no one told me that or treated me like I had to do all of this or carry all the burdens of things I had no control over. I just took on carrying that weight because I thought that it would lighten the load for the people I love. But it didn't. All it did was create more anger and more frustration inside of me. It never changed the love or good intentions that I had, but I did let it change me. And you know what? I'm so glad that I've come to this realization. Something I learned on Mother's Day is that as a step parent, there is no one right way or one wrong way to be, because every family dynamic is different. So we just have to decide who we want to be, how we want to be, and what we want to do as a step parent. But it has to be according to our own family dynamic, not the vision or fantasy of what we hope and think that things should be like. And that's so hard because we have to deal with things we don't want to deal with. Also, being a step parent is not just some title that comes with all this baggage. If we take that on, that's our choice, but it doesn't have to be that way. And that goes for any relationship, work related, personal, friendships, anything. The issues we face don't have to be a reflection of who we choose to be. And our reality doesn't have to be a perception based on a comparison to what we think that things should be like or what people should be like. We don't have to agree, but we do have to accept the way that things are and learn to move forward with or without them. I was listening to a therapist and she said, it's okay if you don't like your stepkids. It's okay if they hate you. It's also okay if you love them with all your heart and soul and maybe they still don't like you. That's okay. It's okay if you want to be there emotionally, financially, affectionately for them, but it's also okay if you don't want to be. But no matter what, whoever you choose to be with your stepchildren, there has to be love. It has to be done with love. Love should always exist. Whether you're loving them up close or from a distance, there has to be love. Because whatever they're feeling towards you may not always feel like love. But if you show love, eventually as they get older, they will know my step parent was always there for me no matter what. Even if they don't feel the love from the parent that they want to feel it from, they'll at least know that true love exists because of you. So I just wanted to encourage a step parent or someone who's in a relationship where you're taking care of someone else's kids and maybe you just feel alone in the struggle. Just know that you aren't alone in wanting to be everything for that child. But you don't have to stay in a place of heaviness or just be burdened by the things you can't control. You can let go and you will still be loved. You can love your family with all your heart and soul, but just never stop making the decision to take a moment and learn how to continue to love yourself. Always, always choose love and respect. Don't settle for anything less. And just know that it's hard, but it's worth it because you're worth it. I just want to show you guys I came home on Mother's Day to a bouquet of roses and flowers, so beautiful. My husband said, I don't care how you're feeling or what we're going through. It is Mother's Day, you're a good mom, and you deserve to be celebrated. And I just want to say for anybody else who's watching, I believe the same about you. If you are doing your best with your kids, you deserve to be celebrated. And these cards from my husband and Miles, one of them has a song. Aww, I love it. And we'll see you next time.